Let's talk about Sony Xperia 5 III. What you think its price? Sony is back with its second 2021 smartphone powered by flagship specifications with the Xperia 5 III. Sony's more compact smartphone sits as a slightly less expensive alternative to the $1,299 Sony Xperia 1 III, while still packing in nearly all the company's bells and whistles. Key specification changes include a smaller 6.1-inch OLED display, with Sony's signature 21:9 aspect ratio. It retains the 120Hz refresh rate, but offers a more traditional FHD resolution rather than the Xperia 1 III's 4K panel. The Xperia 5 III also has 8GB rather than 12GB RAM, and lacks the wireless charging and 3D time-of-flight camera capabilities of its bigger sibling. Sony's Xperia 5 III is available in black and green color options, and in two storage configurations: 128GB or 256GB, both with a microSD card with support for up to 1TB additional storage. However, the storage options appear to be limited by region, so you might not have a choice when it comes to checkout. UK customers, for example, can only buy the 128GB variant. Sony's monolith, with its trim bezels, refined chin, and glass back is a timelessly good look. Even though the phone is already a more wieldy 6.1 inches, the long 21:9 aspect ratio ensures the handset is easy to handle and a joy to use in one hand. Just like its predecessor, the Xperia 5 III features dedicated camera shutter and Google Assistant buttons. I'm a fan of the camera shutter. It's a quick shortcut to open the camera without unlocking the phone. Unfortunately, the Google Assistant button can't be remapped, making it a redundant feature for those who aren't big into voice search. Sony leans heavily into Google's ecosystem in other areas too, leveraging its file manager, calendar, Google Photos gallery, and other apps. Just based on its paper specs, the Sony Xperia 5 III is undoubtedly a top-notch camera phone. Powered by virtually identical hardware to the Xperia 1 III, including the switchable focal length periscope camera. You are well covered for excellent colors, detail, ultra-wide snaps, and zoom at both intermediate and long ranges. The only thing missing is the time-of-flight sensor, which perhaps helps the Xperia 1 III with low light focusing. If you're seeing this channel for first time, please hit that subscribe button right now. You can shoot 4K footage at up to 120 frames per second, although you need to master Sony Cinema Pro app to get the most out of the phone's capabilities. The 4500 mAh battery offers well over a day's worth of screen-on time for browsing the web, checking email, and the like. You're looking at 8 or more hours of screen-on time for these less demanding tasks, which might take some through 2 whole days on a single charge. However, note the display defaults to 60Hz out of the box, so 120Hz users will knock an hour or two off these figures. Long downloading and gaming sessions definitely chug down the juice a lot faster. I clocked closer to 4 to 5 hours of charge with heavy gaming thrown in, which is still better than most phones. Those who really love to game on the go might want to use Sony's Game Optimizer to limit frame rates below 60Hz or optimize for battery life rather than performance to eke out some additional screen time. With a high-end Snapdragon 888 processor and 8GB of RAM onboard, Sony's Xperia 5 III is a snappy performer for both apps and games. I didn't notice any stutters or slowdowns when multitasking, and the phone kept a fluid pace during extended Call of Duty mobile sessions. Although Genshin Impact's frame rate was notably lower, as it is with most phones. While perfectly snappy and serviceable, Sony's side-mounted fingerprint scanner feels dated compared to in-display equivalents. At £899 in the UK and an expected price of around $1,000 in the US, the Xperia 5 III is positioning itself against some of the best phones in the sector. In fact, it's a fraction more expensive than many of its competitors, yet lacks some of the popular features you'll find at this price point. Without super fast charging, wireless charging, Wave 5G, or an in-display fingerprint reader, it's not unfair to call the Xperia 5 III expensive. To sum up, buy the Xperia 5 III if you're looking for a fun but imperfect camera setup, customizable gaming features, all-day battery life, and all the best multimedia capabilities that Sony has to offer. Just be aware you'll have to contend with a lack of 5G future-proofing, pre-installed apps with irritating notifications, and an unclear update policy. If you're in the market for a slightly more well-rounded phone with better longevity, Samsung's Galaxy S21 remains a hard phone to beat. It also happens to cost a little less too. Hope you enjoyed the video. You guys can initiate a discussion in the comment box, if you have any different opinions about the contents in this video. Be the first to start the debate in the box below. Purchase links related to the products in this video are kept in description. We will be grateful if you could please make your next purchase from that link, as this will help us to grow our channel. Good morning, good evening and good night, whichever part of the world you are from. Don't forget to subscribe to stay connected. I will assure you to make quality and interesting videos in future. This is Jason Peter, signing off.